Hi everyone, I'm sending my warmest greetings to you, especially to Dr. Ahmad Faris, my Computational Organization Architecture lecturer who is watching the video right now. I'm Azmina Masarik. I'm basically a student of computer science in bioinformatics. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I run my assembly code for my Computational Organization and Architecture course subject. To run my project, I used Microsoft Visual Studio version 2010 in order to run my assembly code.
Okay, so first of all, when I open this Microsoft Visual Studio, in order to create a project, what I need to do is I click on File and then I click Open Project. So this thing over here will pop up. So now in my COA software folder, in my template, there is a project.sln file. So when I open this file, it's preparing the solution. So I will get a template over here like this. So how I get this template is by right click this project and add existing item, which is main.asm. So once I click that, it will be here like this. So what I need to do is I will build this project. So since it's 0 succeeded, so I rebuild the project. And yes, as you can see, it's a success. So next step is debug. So what I did was I step over. Now, okay, as you can see, these are the variables that I already keyed in. So the variables are ax, bx, var1 and var2 based on these codings over here. So how do I get these values? Based on this watch 1 registers or autos and also memory. How I create that is by clicking the debug windows and pressing all these watch, autos, memory and also registers. So now in order to know how this thing works, okay, I click step over to understand how it works line by line. So for now, when the arrow goes to line 2, it means that line 1 has already been executed and these are the values for line 1. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, in line 1 it means that it moves the value of var1 into register AX, and then I click step over again. Okay, so in line 2 it moved the value of var2 into register BX, and these are the values. For line 3, I press F10 where it is the same function as step over. Okay, so in line 3, it exchanged the value in register AX with BX. In line 4, it moved the value in register AX into var1, and in line 5, it moved the value of in register BX into VAR2, and these are the values for each line. So okay, so these are the values for watch, values for registers, memory, and also autos. Okay, now moving on to the next question, which is question 2. So here is the coding for question 2. So I did the same step like previously, which is first of all I built the project. Yes, it's succeeded. So next I click debug and step over. So how I get all these values are the same like just now. So just that here I EAX, EVX, X value, Y value, Z value, and also R value. So okay, so when I step over, okay, it already executed line 1, so the value will change. So what happened in line 1 is it moved the value of X value into register EAX. For line 2, the negative register of EAX Okay, it negates. So it reverses the sign of the value of register EAX. And then for line 3, it moved the value of Y value into register EBX. Line 4, it subtract the value in register EBX with the value of set value and store in the register EBX. So the value is keep on changing over here. And then for line 5, it add the value of register EBX into register EAX. For line 6, as you can see, INC over here, so increment value of register EAX by 1 and it stores in the register EAX. And finally, in line 7, what actually happens is that it moves the value of register EAX into the value of RVAL. And before I got all these values, what I did was I right click and I click hexadecimal display because the question asked in hexadecimal as per the output. So that's how I got my question 2 done. Okay, so now here's the template for question 3. So first of all, like the previous one, I built this project. Okay, so it's succeeded. Okay, the build succeeded. So I proceed to the next step, which is debug and step over. So okay, so now I'm changing the variables here. So it has EAX, var1, var2, var3, and var4. Okay, so there are 4 variables. So now as I press step over, okay, it goes to line 2, which means it has already executed line 1. So these are the values for line 1. Okay, so what actually happens in line 1 is that it moved the value of VAR1 into the register EAX. So next, okay, when line 2 being executed, okay, at line 2 it multiply the value of var2 here with the value of register EAX, with the value in the register EAX. So now moving on to the line 3. Line 3, here is the value. In line 3, it add the value in register EAX with the value of var3 into the register of EAX. And proceed with the next line, which is line 4. So in line 4, it moves the value in register EAX into VAR4. So these are the outputs, the value that we get for each line when we execute one by one. So here's the value for watch, registers, memories, and photos. Okay. Alright. So okay. This is how I run my Visual Studio, Microsoft Visual Studio. Okay, I actually use the same step for almost all the questions, just that I changed the coding according to the question given. Okay, so now coming to a conclusion where I want to talk about the reflection, what I got from this project. So talking about the project, so there are a lot of pros and cons that I faced. So the cons is that I faced some internet connection problem because this software is quite big, which is 2.3 gigabyte. But at last I managed to download it and do all the codes and run the project. And besides, it was also a bit difficult to run the codes without error. Moving on to the pros, where by using this Microsoft Visual Studio, I learned how to solve problems. I learned how to solve error codes in these questions that I did. Okay. Besides, since I'm a student from School of Computing, I realized that we need to use various type of compiler in order to settle down with our assessments. So I believe that by learning this Microsoft Visual Studio, I can actually put down my burden a bit as I know already how to use this software. Still much to learn, but I will get it step by step. Besides, I hope that I will do better in future with these kind of software. That's all from me. Thank you very much.